Hello.
Hey!
Welcome to episode 23 of Rally Point.
We are back!
He's Will.
He's Krieg!
Oh my god, we haven't said that in so long.
Oh my god!
And we have got two wonderful slices of turkey/information for you today.
The first chunky turkey slice of info is a big old spoiler on this guy. Stay tuned for some stuff you have never seen about Attila.
And the second juicy, succulent slice of info is a brand new announcement that we have on this episode of Rally Point for you guys.
Should we just bust straight into it? Should we kick in bush?
I see what you're getting at. Because this is, Will,
The Wrath of Sparta!
yes, it's the Wrath of Sparta campaign pack.
This thing is a monstrous beast. We're doing the Peloponnesian Wars as our next campaign DLC.
And there are absolutely no boring sprouts on the side of this play. This is all action, all the time. I'm excited. Are you excited?
Painfully so.
Do you know who else is excited?
Jumping Jack Lusted?
The Lord of the Sword.
Master and Commander?
Jack Lusted of the Lusted Five.
Who once fought a Snow Wolverine.
Here he is.
My name is Jack Lusted and I'm the project lead on the new content team. The Peloponnesian Wars happened around 150 years before the start of the Rome II Grand Campaign, and it was a conflict between Greek cities that saw the end of Athenian dominance and the rise of Sparta as the major power in the region. Like, it had always been well respected as a military force, especially for its sacrifice at Thermopylae, and after that, there was still no question of them being the lead military player against the Persian invasion. It was a long conflict and a hard conflict, but they emerged victorious. The result was that for over 50 years, they were the deciding power of Greece. I mean, Athens would have a second empire later on, but it was never the same. There were really two sides to this conflict. On the one, you had Athens and the so-called Delian League, which was really its own little empire that it controlled. The other was the Peloponnesian League, featuring Sparta, Corinth, the Böotier League, and other cities who clashed heads and fought for many years. There are 78 regions, and it's an ultra-zoomed-in map of Greece and parts of Asia Minor. It's hugely detailed. It's like the most zoomed in we've ever been in a campaign. It looks beautiful. It's such an interesting time period that we've gone all out with the content for this campaign pack. So it's got a new tech tree, new general skill trees, new army navy legacies, there's new buildings, all new units, there's a whole bunch of new wonders on the map as well. There's lots of flavour and lots of content to this campaign pack. It does give the opportunity, if you're playing a Sparta, to take revenge for the 300. Unite Greece and go and show the Persians who's the king.
And a huge thank you to Jack there for giving us the proper info on Wrath of Sparta. Wait, can I do it again?
Yeah.
On the Wrath of Sparta!
Bloop, 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 bloop. You know what that is?
That is Jack Gravy.
That is Jack Gravy covering those two delicious slices of turkey/information.
Indeed. We have another flavour of gravy as well.
Do we?
We do indeed. It's the wonderful history's own Al Bickham.
Ah, yes, this is our wonderful spoiler
Indeed.
on the Byzantines.
Hail. So, it's time for the Byzantine spoiler. To show you all of the amazing stuff of these guys, their starting position in the wonderful city of Constantinople, I've called it History's Al Bickham.
Hello. So, we're going to take a look at the Eastern Roman Empire start position, some of the, shall we say, unique challenges that faces the Eastern Roman Empire.
That is one way of putting it.
Well, you know, Western Roman Empire super tough, Eastern Roman Empire still pretty tough. So we're just going to jump down to the campaign map.
Yeah.
Take diplomacy out of the picture. So,
Show me some of the wonders that we have. Show me some of the cool.
right. So, and in fact, let's just take a look at the overview. I love our new sea shader, by the way. It's all twinkly and
That's so nice.
awesome. So yeah, just having a quick look across the campaign map here. You can see, the landmass of the Eastern Roman Empire here.
Yeah.
So let's just switch to faction ownership. So that's ours.
That's a heck of an empire.
It's turning military forces on. You can see,
Yeah.
this is right at the start of the game. The Visigoths. So there's Alaric leading the Visigoths. There's actually the faction leader leading the Visigoths as they charge into into Thracia and Macedonia here. So
In turn one.
In turn one, right? Now you've got two average armies on the northern borders here, on the borders of Dacia, right?
Yeah.
So you don't know what these guys are going to do. Constantinople is here. That's your capital city, right?
Yeah.
It is right there. So, they are a turn away from attacking Constantinople. So, it might be wise to bring your forces back and defend here, because you don't know what these guys are going to do. But, half the time, they're the Visigoths. They just want to burn. They just want to watch the world burn. But then, the Huns aren't far away either. So,
Right, so let's zoom on down. Let's see some of this.
So let's jump down to the campaign map itself.
Let's look at what we will be commanding.
So this is our capital city. This is Constantinople.
What a city.
It's absolutely beautiful.
We'll come back to that in a sec.
Yeah, and as you can see on the campaign map here, there's a giant wall running along the front here. So, and we'll see that in the battle map in a second.
In just a sec,
right.
yeah. That's so cool.
It's a port town. You've got the entrance to the Bosphorus there. So it's it's a trading port as well. So there will be other entry points to the city. But yeah, that wall's going to play an absolutely crucial part in the defence of the city. So as we're hovering over you, you're probably wondering what these flame marks are. This is the new zone of control marker. So we've got this lovely burning flame around boundaries. So if the city was raised, it would burn it to the region boundaries, and then.
But this is the zone of control of the city.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so cool.
So that's just literally representing that. So if an enemy army comes into attack, and you've got that's the zone of control at which the second enemy army is going to stop at.
Yeah.
And act as a supporting army. So
it's a really cool way of showing that.
Yeah. So it's a really nice feature, and I think it's really fitting with the period and the world is burning thing we've got going on. So yeah, it's really cool.
Okay, so to recap, we've got the Sassanids to the east. We've got Visigoths literally inside our borders.
Right here. Yeah.
Most people are incredibly unhappy with this.
Yeah.
We're good for trade goods,
Mhm.
but that could all change if we start losing a lot of turf.
Yeah. Exactly.
And we've got the Huns to worry about as well.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a diplomatic nightmare.
Yes,
Yay!
it could be.
But this is what I came here for. This is the reason why I dragged you over here. Can we have a look at Constantinople? I want to see Constantinople. Can we go down there?
Let's go down there. Let's go down there and see that wall up close, because you're gonna like that wall. Unless you're attacking, of course. You're not gonna like that wall.
Or walls.
Ooh. See, we've got a bit of a Visigoth attack going on here outside the city walls. So we'll just take a swoop up, and as you can see, it's a massive city. So this is Constantinople large on the as you would see it on the campaign map. Now in battle, of course, what that means is you get these massive, almost seemingly impenetrable walls. It's another reason why it's worth kind of sieging cities for a long period on the campaign map, and getting that high escalation siege where you've already damaged the city.
Yeah.
And in that situation, what you'll see in Constantinople is you'll see the defenders have placed ramps up to the upper wall. I'm just going to show you around here as well. There's another entrance into the city here, which is kind of another optional route in for the attacker.
Yeah.
So if you can get in this way, break down this section here and get through. You are bottlenecked though, so this is a much more defensible point for the for the defenders to fight from. But it does mean you've got a clean run access up through into the heart of the city there. And this is a really cool thing. You've basically got a land battle inside the city walls itself. So you breach the city walls. There's a forest here you can dally around in, have your javelin men, your skirmishers kind of hiding in there waiting for guys. But then the other main points of attack, of course, it was a port city as well. So you've got these port areas. So you could bring some ships in and do an amphibious assault here and land troops up the coast. But these two areas are the only two areas you can get in, because the rest of the city is surrounded by a giant wall. You come into the city itself, and you've got these kind of big wide streets you can send troops up. So there's a lot of kind of cat and mouse gameplay you can do up here.
Especially considering that, we're looking at Constantinople, the battle map as it is, before any sieging. If you're like, stage 2 siege escalation, like the walls are going to be smashed in, things are going to be on fire. You'll need to think about having an urban fighting environment.
So I was chatting with our man Tebow earlier.
He's done a hell of a job.
He's done a hell of a job. So he's got the Imperial Palace there. We've got the Circus Maximus here. It's still a Roman city. So it's like they like the games. And you've got the Hagia Sophia, which is the big cathedral here.
What were those little things dotted around on the in the square? That's beautiful.
Yeah,
that's absolutely beautiful.
There's so much detail here. You've got the little gardens around them, and these kind of glowing domes. And I love these golden domes. They just catch in the sunlight. They're absolutely awesome.
So nice.
And then up here in the centre, that's the main This is the main capture point. So you're going to need to get here. So.
Are those people?
Those are people.
Let's check out. So these are just civilians.
Yep.
These are just civilians.
Civilians wandering around, doing their own thing. So this is the column of Constantine. So this was raised in 300 AD, I think. It was commissioned by Constantine himself. So that is actually a statue of Constantine, who was obviously, the leader of the Roman Empire at that stage in 300.
Why did we put siege escalation in? We're just going to destroy this beautiful city.
But then, why did we put blinking camels in Rome too? Because we love the detail.
We do love the detail.
We love the detail. So yeah, you just see down the street here, and you can imagine your troops pouring up the street here. So yeah, that is a quick look-see of Constantinople. That's it from the air. As you can see, it's a big old place.
Al, I have to say,
awesome.
Thank you for showing me the start position,
Pleasure.
and thank you for showing me Constantinople.
Absolutely.
A huge thank you to Al there for taking us through all of that wonderful spoilerific goodies. All in-game and all splendid, and putting up with my dumb questions.
Looking good, looking good. Now, it's time for us to say a sad farewell, but before that...
Indeed. If you haven't seen already, there are a slew of factions available on the wiki. You could say all the factions are on the wiki.
Or are they?
Or could they? What? A huge quick thank you to everyone who took part in Franco Jam.
Yes, thank you all. Amazing.
You guys raised money, you watched us break ourselves, and you watched people make games. Thank you.
Thank you.
The Red Horse trailer.
Red Horse trailer, hot on the heels of the White Horse trailer. Might notice the theme with these horses. Worth checking out.
And that is it for episode 23 of Rally Point.
It is, and we are going now. But we'll be back
in 2015.
2015, that's a whole year away.
Yeah, and our next episode will be 2 years worth of Rally Point episodes.
Hot diggity damn. 2 years worth of Rally Points.
So, stay tuned. We'll see you in the new year. Have a freaking great holiday.
And watch them all again in celebration.
Very yes.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. So, there's one last question.
Is this a secret one?
This is the secret one.
Secret one.
Is this madness?
I'm not saying.